Hello there, I am off to the Great Barrier Reef today from Port Douglas. I chose Port Douglas specifically because I wanted to do it with Quicksilver Cruises, because this boat has an underwater compartment with glass windows. So you can see from the boat, the Great Barrier Reef underwater without leaving the boat. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's why I booked this boat specifically. It's expensive, but I wanted to do this one. I just thought, wow, glass bottom, and the glass bottom is underneath the water. That's going to be awesome. But they've also got optional activities that involve going in the water. So there's different diving activities. I'm doing a couple of them. One is normal diving. It's called intro diving. So there's someone that will instruct you and you go in like a little group. And there's another one called Ocean Walker. And it is basically what it sounds like. You're walking in the ocean. You walk down a staircase from the boat into the ocean with like a oxygen helmet or something. And you see the reef from there. So I'm doing both of those. I cannot film either one for safety reasons, so I'm sorry about that. I wish I could take it with me, but they won't let me. So it is what it is. I respect that, but I want to do them still. That's why I'm still doing them. I'm very excited for that. But what I can do is I can take my GoPro scuba diving. There's lifeguards, there's safety boats just in case, and they give you like a special suit to avoid jellyfish stings. But you can go scuba diving. And you can do that with a GoPro because that just involves you going to swim underwater. So I can do that. Yeah, we're going to be brave today. Like an 8-hour cruise as well. And once you get there, the boat just docks in one specific place and it stays there for a while. And there's breakfast and lunch served on the boat as well. So yeah, I'm wearing my swimsuit underneath. I'm looking forward to this. I'm also a little bit terrified, but I want to see the Great Barrier Reef, and this is the best way to see it within a day. So I'm very excited. And tomorrow we're doing something different. Tomorrow's something very exciting as well. I look forward to sharing that with you too. But today is about the Great Barrier Reef. I always forget something. There's also other tours, just not diving. There's a helicopter tour. There's a submarine tour. I thought to myself, I'm not doing those ones. I'll look at the diving ones. I'll see what's what. And yeah, they all cost extra. They're not part of the cruise, these optional activities. Apart from scuba diving is free. Like, they provide equipment, that's all. Like, it's not free, it's part of the tour, I mean. But like, for the ones I'm doing, ocean walker, diving, they cost extra. Helicopter costs extra. Boat, submarine costs extra. That's not why I didn't do the submarine or the helicopter. I just don't trust submarines and helicopters. So it is what it is. It's a nice morning in tropical Kansas. It's forecast to be sunny today, 20+ degrees. Oh yes, it's nice, it's nice. I keep saying Cairns, I'm in Port Douglas, I landed in Cairns. Anyway, it's a great, beautiful day in Port Douglas. I'm looking forward to this tour. Don't know what's up with my camera. Maybe the lens is broken, I don't know. But it's only a 10-minute walk to where I got to be. Is this like the Miami of Australia? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. What would I know about Miami anyway? I've never been there. Oh, look at that, mountains. And I don't mean anything bad by this, nothing bad. I have not seen anyone else that's not white. Everyone here is white. And it's like at the airport, on the way here, in my hotel, everywhere I go. I feel like I'm special. I feel like I stand out, you know? I'm the only non-white person I've seen, literally. Ooh, what's that? It's an old-fashioned train. I am going that way. And there's another. I'm in the right place. I am actually very excited. Like, I'm terrified, but I'm also very excited. I mean, I would do a second cruise, but I'm doing something else. But you never know, I could come back here. It is a great place. Bought a towel. It's an Australian flag with Australia written on the bottom. It's quite nice. It was $20. No, that's the first time I spent cash on this holiday. Like, genuinely, everything's been card. But that's just how the world is now. I went to America, I didn't spend most of my cash. Like, I spent like half of it because everything was card. But anyway, yeah, I didn't pack a towel in my suitcase because I thought, hey, I need to save on weight anyway, and the hotels will provide towels, they always do, so let me just leave the towel out. I completely forgot about the reef. Completely forgot. I could have brought the hotel one. Like, I could have gone back to the hotel. I had enough time to go back and bring one, but I thought to myself, hey, this would be a nice souvenir. I haven't found any key rings that I like, or caps, but you know, there's plenty of time for that tomorrow. That is very good wordplay about a serious topic. Today we will overcome the great barriers to saving our reefs. $52 an hour to hire a pontoon. I mean, to be fair, in pounds is a bit lower, but still. Jeez. There are 2 Quicksilvers departing today. I'm on number 3, so Quicksilver 5. Hopefully better than Quicksilver 8. Would not get on a boat called Poseidon after seeing the movie. Here is... Oh, there's the 2 boats. Nice. It looks like it's a different colour on the advert, but it's the same boat. Yeah, Arsenal played Man United. Well, they played on Sunday. but for me it was like 2 a.m. Cairns time. It was Melbourne time as well. I think it was 2 a.m. So I couldn't. I wanted to go to sleep. Obviously, I didn't want to wake up for this. I wake up and I see 131 with 2 stoppage time goals, 97th minute and 101st minute. Unbelievable scenes. I watched the highlights. I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. I've just seen a guy in Man United shirt waiting for the cruise. Well, I wouldn't say anything, but it feels good. It feels good to beat them. And the way we beat them as well was quite good. Also, I checked the F1 as well. The F1 was quite fun. Ferrari at Monza couldn't get the job done, but Verstappen was just too good. But yeah, it's nice to wake up to these things. Actually, it's not too bad. Like, you don't have to worry as much when you're watching it live. Waking up to find out what happened, especially when you win, it's a good feeling. I have found a handful of more non-white people. I don't feel special anymore. It's all banter, by the way. I have no issue with any race. You know, it's 2023. You've got to clarify every joke. Every time you're joking, you've got to say a joke, and otherwise people take it too seriously. You know, that's just how it is. Now I'm all checked in because I'm doing these extra activities, diving especially. I had to go to the front of the boat, straight to one of the divers, and I had to fill in a form, just like risks. Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you understand the dangers of it, etc.? You send a sign, yes, no, yes, no. Like 9:45, this boat leaves at 10. My briefing, we'll go to 2 briefings, one for the intro driver at 10:30 and the ocean walker at 11. So yeah, don't know what time the actual dives are, but that's when the briefings are, so it should be interesting. They said, can you swim? I said I can, but it's been a while, so we'll see how that goes down. But yeah, I look forward to this. I'm terrified but also excited. This will be a cool thing to say that I did it, you know, so it's going to be great.
Times for briefings and then times to meet out over the reef. What we're looking at there is I guess a humpback whale. You can see it looks like probably a mother and a calf together. They're at the northern end of their migration. They come up all the way from Antarctica and then move up into the warmer waters to give birth and look after the calves. So they fatten up the calves. They give them reportedly 150 gallons of milk a day. So fatten them up enough before moving back into the colder waters of the Antarctic where they feed on krill. So it may well be that these humpbacks don't feed for months at a time while they're on their northerly migration. There's a healthy population of humpback whales these days along the Queensland coast, along the east coast. They were hunted almost to extinction, maybe only 500 or so left back in the 1960s, but these days they estimate a population somewhere around 30,000 whales, so we're seeing more and more of them. It's probably about as far north as they get before they start turning around and heading south again. And probably most of them have already gone, but maybe this mum and calf are hanging around a bit longer, enjoying the warm waters, as I'm sure many of you will be later on. There you go.
a permanent platform. Everything's there, the underwater glass windows, the semi-sub, the boats, the helicopter, diving tours, etc. I can film the ocean walker. I didn't think I could, but apparently I can, so that's great. I can't film the actual diving, unfortunately. That's just, I can't do that. But, you know, we still got, you know, second best. And apparently the submarine is free. I don't know, I thought it cost more. So I might actually do it now since it's free. To avoid jellyfish stings, it's necessary. It doesn't quite fit. It fits, but not my top. I have to push a bit. Oh my days. There's a tight fit. Come down?
Never stay upright, don't bend the knee, walk down normally.
good, yeah.
So I take you both over 3 days?
So that, my friends, was incredible, right? So you saw the Ocean Walker. I did even more than that, right? There's a whole briefing, safety measures, everything. It's a whole lot to explain, so I'm not going to. But yeah, we had to do breathing tests and a few other tests before going down there. We need to make sure you can equalize your ears and other important things, just to make sure you'll be all right down there. We went right to the bottom, literally the seabed. We went to the seabed and we saw little Nemo in his house. It's right at the bottom of the sea. We dove down slowly, obviously. You got to go slowly because of the water pressure. You got to go down very slowly. We went all the way to the bottom. We saw some cool fish, some cool plants. There's a little plant where you put your hand in and it closes, so you got to get it out. It's not a man-eater, but it's like it just closes a bit. I thought that was pretty cool. There's a little thing. I don't know how you explain it, but it's like you see something, you put your finger near it, it turns into a hole suddenly, and just like, whoa, that was really cool. So yeah, we went to the seabed. We swam across and then swam back up. We were down there for half an hour. And breathing was fine. I thought breathing would be a problem. I thought I would have trouble breathing or anything. No, breathing was fine. You just had to breathe in for your mouth, into your mouthpiece, where the oxygen was. You have a tank on your back, and then out through your nose. And yeah, it was unforgettable. Like, I wish I could like put a camera in my eyes just to show you. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life. Like that was one of the best things I've done. I literally, I cannot believe I did that, and I came back alive. So yeah, it was bloody fantastic. Just looking at the reef now. I'm still in my suit because I want to go scuba diving, and that I can film. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that. But yeah, that was bloody amazing. Scuba diving is not actually going down there. You stay on the surface, mainly you stay in a specific area, so the lifeguards can watch you. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do that now. But I just want to say, even though I couldn't film it, I wish I could. It was the most amazing thing I've done. Bear in mind, I swam when I was a kid. Like, I know how to swim, but I've never dove in my life. I've never done a dive in my life. So this intro diving thing, and I'm very unhealthy, very unfit, easily out of breath, and I did it, you know. And I don't feel like my body ain't aching, my legs aren't aching, you know. And your instructor's with you. Like, there's 4 of us there and an instructor, and you're staying close together, like you're not separated, so that makes it easier. And it's just an intro, but it doesn't make you a qualified diver or anything like that. But yeah, it's just the most amazing thing. And the things you saw down there, seeing the reef down there, bloody amazing, unforgettable. So yeah, I'm gonna go down and see if I can scuba dive now. Time to go by what time? 2 minutes. Oh wow. Not enough time for the submarine. They just blowed the horn, which means we need to go. Oh, that was great. There's my Australia towel, it looks great. Oh my word, man, it's unforgettable. The best part I couldn't show you, that's the main thing, but Ocean Walker, I gave you a taste of it. But properly diving down there. Like, you weren't holding on to anything, just other people. Went right down to the bottom. It was so good. Half an hour down there. Then I went in scuba diving, mainly from the surface. I showed you some good clips, so that's the best I could do. My energy was gone by then, so I was really struggling a bit towards the end there. And I got back up and I thought, hey, not enough time for the submarine. But the whole point I booked this tour, like, the selling point was the underwater viewing point. Went in there for like 2 minutes. It is what it is, I did the best of things anyway. Oh my word. It's time to go now. But yeah, like this platform, like it's just here, it's just always here. It's clamped down and everything, so, and that's pretty awesome. I've also seen some Brisbane Lions fans on this cruise, just so you know. Excited for Saturday. But alas, it's goodbye to the Great Barrier Reef, which is over there.
The bar will be closed during.
They actually have hotel transfers as well, but I booked a hotel near the thing anyway. The thing I didn't mention is, well, by the way, it's 5 p.m. now, so you know I got plenty of the day left. But I got to get up at 7 tomorrow. I got to get up before that actually, because that's when the tour leaves, picks me up. So I got to get up at like 5. That's a bit annoying, but I'll still have time to do something. I'm gonna end the vlog just after this though. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit and just explore, visit some places, because I heard there's some good places in Cairns. Obviously it's a beach area, so there would be, and Port Douglas. So yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is we sat on the bottom of the seabed, but like on our knees. We knelt down, because when you kneel down you could quickly get up, you know. But the point is, a couple times we sat on the bottom of the seabed, to view a few things, and that was just pretty awesome. My instructor was Kevin. He was awesome, man. So yeah, I cannot recommend this cruise enough. It was bloody amazing. I wish I could do it again, just do the submarine because that's free. But because I booked the ocean walker and the diving, there was just not enough time because I wanted to do scuba diving. I didn't have to do that. You know, that's just part of the tour. You know, I didn't have to do it. I only did even something even better than that, something even crazier than that in actual diving. And I did ocean walker. And with that, all the time was gone. I went to scuba diving, went in for a bit, came back out. I decided, hey, I've not had enough. Let me go back in. Went back in, came back out. I went to change. My swimsuit was so tight, I struggled to take it off. This is not my main swimsuit, the one that they provide for you to avoid jellyfish stings. It's very tight. Taking it off was a bloody nightmare. I needed help in the end. So that wasted a bit of time. I get out, suddenly the ship's horn blows, which means it's time to go. I'm just like, what? I haven't even been into the underwater viewing point yet. So I quickly went in there. I was in there for like 2 minutes. You saw parts of it that I filmed. But so I actually went in the water, so you know, I at least saw what I would have seen anyway. I saw better than what I would have seen from down there, but I still went down there just to see like a glass bottom viewing platform. Yeah, sign me up. And it was pretty cool for 2 minutes. And then I thought, oh no, we gotta go now. No submarine tour. It is what it is. I still had a great time. The food's nice as well. It was cold by the time I got it because like the buffet closed before my tours ended. So I had to, after the ocean walk, I had to go back up, order my food, get it packed up, wrapped up, go back down to dive. So yeah, and I did that. I barely ate anything this morning. I ate a little bit. I didn't have a proper breakfast. You're not meant to dive on an empty stomach, but I did that. So that's another thing. Then again, you're not meant to dive with a full stomach either. So, but you're supposed to eat at least something. Took a bit of a risk there. Breathing down is very interesting. You got to follow certain instructions. You really got to like learn how to breathe just through your nose, just through your mouth. Like you can breathe just through your nose when your mouth is closed, but like you're biting on a device that you're breathing through with your mouth. And while your mouth is open, you got to hold your mouth and breathe out your nose sometimes. But yeah, it's hard to explain, but there's a lot in diving. And it was like a diving lesson actually. You know, that's basically what it's sold as anyway. It's called Into Diver course or something. It's sold like you're being taught how to do it, and that's how it is. And it's also a fun experience. It's just like, I can't talk about it enough. I wish it was on video, man. I wish, but you know, safety. I respect that, but if that was on video, oh my days, that would have been so cool. But I still got you through 2 of the 3 things that I did, so it's not bad. It's just that we haven't got the best thing. It was me, an extremely unhealthy man in a very tight swimsuit and a tank on his back, obviously, because you need oxygen, diving to the bottom of the seabed in the Great Barrier Reef in Australian waters and coming back up, and I was fine. I breathed down there perfectly. There were no emergencies. I started to feel a bit when we were ascending, because you can't ascend too fast, otherwise you start to feel a certain way. It's not good for your lungs. You got to descend slow at a certain pace and ascend at a certain pace. Going up, I feel like I did it a little bit too quickly, even though the instructor's there, right there, telling you how to do it. He's just like you don't leave him. You all stick together. You, me, the other 3 people that he was teaching, and him. We were to stick together as a compact team, but I felt like I did something slightly wrong because the last few seconds started to feel something weird. But I was fine. That was literally like just before we got to the top. But apart from that, oh my days, man. It was just, it's just unforgettable. It genuinely, I think it's the best thing I've done. It's the best thing I've done in my life, I reckon. It's 100% the best thing I've done since I started showing you my holidays. But it's funny because ironically it's the one thing I couldn't film. The one thing I couldn't film is the best thing I've done on these holidays that I've been on, that I've brought you guys along with me. But just in my whole life actually, like it might be the best thing, like activity wise, as a tourist or just genuinely as a fun activity. That might be the best thing I have ever done. Diving to the bottom of the Great Barrier Reef and sitting on the seabed and being okay and breathing down there and everything. and everything was fine. My phone just told me it's on low battery, but apart from that, everything is fine. And I'm just like, wow, this is what a day this was. By the way, I didn't see the jellyfish. If they were there, they were very invisible, but that's good, you know, don't have to deal with any of that. But we had jellyfish proof suits anyway, and there was no sharks. Sharks down there somewhere, they're just not in the area where we swim around. So like we were in like a safe area with maybe possibility, but like we didn't even see a shark anywhere in the distance or anything. We did see a couple of whales, humpback whale and its calf. That was cool to see. Always wanted to go whale watching, mainly to see a blue whale, and I've always wanted to see a blue whale, the biggest animal to ever exist. But I've looked into tours doing that, and it's just so expensive wherever in the world it is. It's at least cool seeing those two whales in the ocean. Like, that wasn't even part of the tour. They saw it and they stopped the boat just so we could all see it. I was able to swim in Australian waters with no danger of sharks or jellyfish. So that's a big W, I tell you. That's a big W. I'm so glad I did this, and if I ever come back, then I would likely do that cruise again. Maybe not necessarily dive again, but at least, you know, scuba diving and the submarine and stuff like that, maybe even a helicopter. I don't trust helicopters though, I really don't, and I will truly never forget it. So I'm gonna head off to do whatever I want to do for the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow for something cool as well. I'm doing a big tour tomorrow. It's a full day tour, and it may involve a certain wild animal that is very dangerous, that is not a shark. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.